we saying, dear? Are we live? Oh my God. I guess we are live. And I never quite get used to it, at least on the phone. That's because I'm 64 years old. Eyesight is coming in and out, and don't really know what I'm looking at. Next time I'll use the iPad. But this is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and the name of this particular broadcast is How Caricature Saved My Life. Now, that's not just clickbait. That's something that really, really happened, to my horror and to my surprise. But before I get to that, what I just want to say is one of the reasons why you should be doing caricature art, well, two reasons, is number one, it is by far the easiest, fastest, surefire way any artist who can at least draw a recognizable face that looks like a human being, whether it's photorealistic, cartoony, or even stick figure ish. If you can do that, then someone will pay you cash money to do that of them. I've seen it happen too many times. It's easy. Please do this. The other thing is that caricature drawing is tremendously rewarding. It really is. I mean, I remember one time I drew a person. Now, I'm not into the habit of calling people ugly. Not with this face, I'm not. But there was this one woman. She was, as my mother used to say, she looked like 5 miles of bad road. She looked like she was on the highest branch of the ugly tree, fell off, and hit every branch on the way down. That's how she looked. But she sat in front of me at this fair, and she had such a big smile on her face. She was brimming with confidence. I'm talking confidence in herself to the point of arrogance. And then I didn't want to hurt her feelings and draw draw her uglier or draw her comically. So I tried to make her as pretty as possible, but it was next to impossible to do that. So I had to draw her realistically, and I cringed as I handed her the picture. That's a dramatic pause. And so what she did, she looked at the picture from all angles. There was a big smile on her face. She couldn't stop thanking me for making her beautiful, beautiful. And only thing that I could say is that I have been blessed with the ability to make people see, when I draw them, the innate beauty in themselves. And that's one example. I've drawn people where they're literally brought to tears because they look at the picture and a person will tell me, I see my father's face in my picture. I see my mother's face. I see my grandmother's. And to me, I'm just drawing. And so what you're going to enjoy when you start doing live caricatures is that you're going to enjoy the joy that comes out of other people just by you drawing their face and making them happy. And it's going to make you happy when you see that you make them happy. But don't forget, I'm not getting away from the story. Okay. Now, as much as I like doing caricatures, as much as I love drawing on the subway or the Long Island Railroad or Metro North or New Jersey Transit on my way to these jobs, as much as I love drawing on the trains, after the gig is over, I'm wasted. I'm tired. I've drawn hours before the gig to get to the gig. I've drawn additional hours at the gig. And now I've got to go on that long commute home, and sometimes it's even longer and lonelier. The thing about traveling on the trains is you must make the time, or in some towns, no train will be coming, and you'll literally be stuck on the platform, or you'll have to book a hotel. Number two, the trains that you do get on, they are not populated. So you really have that slight adrenaline rush because you are in a train car alone, maybe with one or two people, and you don't know their intentions, so you can't sleep. Number three, the conductors on these trains, they kind of check up on you every once in a while. So you're pretty much in a metal box by yourself, taking your life into your hands. Not good. And so, as a result, I would be irritable sometimes. Adrenaline would be pumping. I would be irritable. I'm trying to get home, and oftentimes in New York City, if I have a job that's way out, in upper state New York, when I get off Metro North, I have to take now New York City Transit, and let's say it's not good. One night in particular, I remember I was getting on the A train and I was kind of annoyed because New York is a city that never sleeps, and it still was still kind of crowded in the train station at that hour, and I really needed to get on the train and get a seat. And all of a sudden, this kid, this teenager, he rudely brushed by me into the subway car, and I started making a fuss. I said a few words to him. What the blankety blank are you doing? Blah 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 blah. And as soon as the train car closed, I realized I was alone in the car with this guy and apparently some of his friends, gang members, maybe. They were all in the car, and they had a little discussion about me. And I'm on the other end of the train car, and I know just by the vibe that Elgin's going to get a beat down or worse. Now, I studied karate since I was 11 years old, and I was thinking maybe I can take him. And the closer they seemed to get to me, the more my ability in my karate started dwindling. And I felt like Bugs Bunny at that moment, where I say to myself, "Think fast, Rabbit. What do you got that you can use?" And I kid you not, it's gonna sound like I'm lying, but I'm not. I kid you not. This kid came up to me and he started to open his mouth, and I took my drawing pad and my pen out of my bag, and I said, "I bet you I can draw your face in 1 minute." That, judging by the look on his face when I said that, that was not what he expected to hear from a potential victim. And so before he could regain his composure, what I started doing was I started drawing him. I started drawing the funniest, the best caricature that I had ever drawn. And I showed it to him. In 1 minute, I showed it to him. And I showed his friends. And everybody started laughing. So one by one, his companions would say, "Draw me next, draw me next." And so I'm drawing all these guys, and the train is still going. We're all in the train car together. We're having a party. And they went from wanting to give me a beat down to arguing with each other as to whose caricature was the best. I literally changed the atmosphere and the mood in that train car. I saved myself from a potentially dangerous situation just by drawing people's caricature live. Caricature saved my life. The ability to do that. When they got off the train before me, I was happy about that. I thank God for his assistance. And that was it. Caricature saved my life. So you'll find that as a caricature artist, you may get into some of these strange adventures like that. You just never know what'll happen as a result of you being a caricature artist. Well, that's it. Let me know how much you like this video. If you're liking these lives at all, or what you want to talk about, please put it in the comments section. And this is Elgin, Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. Now I have to figure out how to turn this thing off. Thanks for watching. Okay. Okay. You're still there. That's it. There it is.